Jai Sai Ram. We proceed with chapter 9 of Sri Sai Satcharitra. It talks about influence of touch of Guru's hand in Sai Baba's words. Later it talks about Urus on Ram Navami Day, the Chandan ceremony, arrangement for the fair, collision of Urus and Ram Navami, and lastly the renovation of mosque. Influence of touch of Guru hand and Sai Baba's words. The power of hand touch of a Guru is strange. The subtle the body, which can never be destroyed by the fire, which can convert the world into ashes that destroys by hand. Touch of Guru in the seconds. Sins of many birds are destroyed with the touch of Sai Baba's hands. People who have no interest in religious and godly contexts, they also stabilize. Throat chokes with joy, tears began to flow from the eyes. When heart is full of emotions, the emotions of Soham, that is, I am that, rises, and then the realize of Atmanubhav, self-realizations begin to appear. When ego begins to rise among devotees, then the Guru gives them power and gets them achieve the last goal by making them egoless, and by satisfying makes them authority of achieving immortal bliss. One who goes to Baba and goes to his shelter infinitely, he very easily achieves dharam, earth, naam, kam, and moksha. 5 things I may repeat again. Dharma, that is religion, earth, wealth, calm, sensual pleasures, and moksha, salvations. So these things, when one person goes to Baba and goes to his shelter, he very easily achieves these 5 things. There are 4 paths to reach God. Karma, that is by deeds, first. And second, Gyan, knowledge. Third, Yoga, contemplation. And the 4th one is Bhakti, which is devotion. And then the path of devotion is full of thorn, ditches and grooves. But if keeping faith in Sadguru with precaution crossing through the ditches and grooves, if one moves forward, then he will surely attain his goal. For the welfare of its devotees, the words which Sai Baba himself has assured are, the houses of my devotees will never lack in grains and clothes. This is my speciality, that the devotees who come to my shelter and worship me with depth of their hearts, I always remain worried for them. Lord Krishna has also told the same thing in Bhagavad Gita. Therefore do not become more worried for the green cloth. If you are eager to ask something, then ask God himself. Renouncing worldly ties and praise, achieve the compassion of God in grant of fearlessness and get honored by them. Do not become traveler of evil path by worldly resources. Keep hold of a favored deity. Attach your all the senses in the mind and thinking of God. Do not get attracted towards any matter. Always keep your mind busy in my remembrance, so that it may not get attracted towards the body, towards wealth, towards riches. Then your mind will become steady, calm, fearless. Achieving this kind of mental condition shows that it is with a good company. If the restlessness of the mind could not be destroyed, then it cannot be concentrated. Urs of Ram Navami Day. In Kopurgaon, there was an inspector named Sri Gopal Rao Hund by name. He was a devotee of Baba. He had 3 wives, but none of them had any issues, so he got a son by the grace of Sai Baba. Due to the happiness in 1897, he thought that an Urf or Mela should be celebrated initially. He disclosed this thought before the other deities of Baba, Shri Tatya Patil, Dada Kote Patil and Madhav Rao. They all felt the idea was great and they got the permission of Baba as well. Government permission was essential to celebrate Urs, and application was sent to collector in this regard, but due to the objection of Gram Kulkarni Patwari, a person who keeps the records of all the accounts of the village, the permission could not be got. But on the further endeavour, permission was finally received. By the permission of Baba, Urs was to be celebrated on Ram Navami Day. Now the difficulty came. It was the difficulty of lack of water. There were only 2 wells in the Shirdi. One got dried and other had the salty water. Baba made the water of that well sweet by putting some flowers in the well. But the water of the well could not be enough for so many people. Therefore, Tatya Patil achieved and arranged to get water from outside. Temporary shops of wood and bamboo were prepared, and the arrangement of wrestling was also made. A friend of Gopal Rao Shri Damuanna Kasar lived in Ahmednagar. He was also worried for not having any issue. By the grace of Baba, he had a son. Shri Kund asked him to present a flag. One flag was also given by Jagirdar Shri Nana Sahib Nimunkar. These flags were taken out through the village with pomp and show, and the end were hosted at the corners of the mosque, which Baba called Dwarka Mai. This program is still continuing as usual. Now, another subtopic, Chandan ceremony in Shirdi. This ceremony was the idea of a Muslim devotee Amir Shakkar Dalal of Kohal. Usually such a ceremony is held in honor of accomplished Muslim saints. A lot of sandalwood is rubbed and a lot of sandal fragrance is put into the plates, and loban is burned in the end. They were placed in the mosque and the procession come to the end. Sandal kept in the plates and the fragrances are thrown on neem tree or the walls of the mosque. The arrangement of the ceremony was made for the first 3 years by Sri Amir Sakar, and afterwards by his wife. In this way, flags by the Hindus and the sandal procession by the Muslims began to be taken out side by side. This convention is continuing till today. Arrangement for Fakir. The pious day of Ram Navami is very dear to the devotees of Sri Sai Baba. The outside works were carried out by Sri Tatya Patil, and the inside work were controlled by great lady devotee of Sri Sai Baba, Radha Krishna Mai. On this occasion, her house was filled with the guests, and she had to take care of the needs of all the people. Besides it, she arranged all essential articles of the fair. The work which she did with happiness was cleaning and whitewashing of the mosque. Due to the constant burning of the dhuni, the walls of the mosque would usually become black. Baba went to Chavdi for night rest, then she used to do the work of cleaning and whitewashing. All the things had to be brought out with the dhuni after cleaning and whitewashing were placed back at the proper places. The favorite work of Baba was to feed the poor. It was one of the parts of the program. A mass feeding program was prepared for this. All these works were carried out at the house of Radha Krishna Mai. Numerous wealthy and rich people used to give financial help for this work, so many volunteers also took active part in the management of affair. Coalition of Ram Navami and Urs. A change took place in this program in 1911. A devotee, Krishna Rao Jogeshwar Bhishma, the writer of Sagunupasya of Sri Sai, along with Dada Saheb Kaparde of Amravati, stayed in Dikshitwada of Shirdi one day before the fair. When they were lying in the courtyard, Lakshman Rao alias Kaka Mahajani was going towards the mosque with the articles of worship. Then deep exchange of views took place between them that Urs and Mela is celebrated in Shirdi only on Ram Navami Day. There is some secret in it. Ram Navami is very dear to the Hindus. How nice it would be that the celebration of Ram Navami should also be started. Kaka Machni liked this idea very much. Now the main problem was the availability of Hari Das, who would sing the devotional song on such a pious occasion. But Bhishma resolved this problem. He said that his own written Ram Akhiyan, which was a narration of the birth of Rama, had been completed. I will sing it, and he accompanied on harmonium. Radhakrishna Mai will prepare a sunt vada, that is a powder of mixture of sont and sugar. Both of them went to the mosque to get approval of Baba. Baba was omniscient. He knew everything which was happening around. Baba asked Mahajani what was happening there. Mahajani became puzzled by this unexpected question and could not understand the meaning of the Baba. Then Baba asked Bhishma, what is the matter, Bhishma? Bhishma presented the idea of celebrating Ram Navami festival and requested for the approval of Baba. Baba also gave approval with pleasure. The next day, mosque was decorated by flags of various colors. Srimati Radhakrishna Mai brought and put a cradle in front of seat of Baba, and the festival started. Bhishma stood up to perform Kirtan and Mahajani accompanied him with playing a harmonium. Just then Baba called for Mahajani. Mahajani doubted whether Baba will allow celebrating the festival or not. But he reached near Baba and Baba asked him, what is all this? Why this cradle being put here? Mahajani told that the program of Ram Navami has started. For that reason, this cradle is placed. Now, Baba took 2 garlands and out of them he put one on the neck of Kakaji and the other one he sent for Bhishma. Now the Kirtan had started. When the Kirtan came to an end, then loud rejoicing of the name of Rama were raised. At the place of Kirtan, Gulal, which is the red fragrance powder, was showered and then its particles went into the eyes of Baba. Now, Baba got very angry and began to abuse in loud voice. People began to be fearful seeing this scene. Those close devotees who knew the nature of Baba were calm and they were not at all upset. They took his words as blessings. They thought today is the birth of Rama, therefore there is a destruction of Ravana, that is the ego and the ill-natured demons have also got to be killed. So Baba being angry was absolutely correct, therefore they all remained quiet. On the other side, Radhakrishna Mai was also afraid lest Baba may break the cradle. Therefore, she told Kaka Mahajani to remove the cradle from there. But Baba stopped him from doing so. After some time, Baba became very calm and program of great worship and arti was completed without any hindrance. After this, Kaka Mahajani sought the permission of Baba to remove the cradle, but Baba denied it, saying the festival has not been completed so far. Gopal Kala festival was celebrated the next day, and then Baba ordered to take away the cradle. Poha mixed with curd was hung in the earthen pot, and the end of the kirtan the pot was broken, and that poha was distributed among all the prasad. During the day, a procession was carried out with 2 flags, and in the night, procession was carried out with a pomp and a show. After this time, Urs was converted into Ram Navami celebration. In the next year, that is in the 1912, Ram Navami celebration program began to increase. Srimati Radhakrishna Mai started a Nam Sapta, that is a religious celebration in which God's name is continuously enchanted for the whole week. Sapta means 7 days, which is Sapta also, which is a week. From the first day of the month of Chaitra, that is the March and April, all the devotees used to take part in it turn by turn. She also used to associate herself in the morning. Ram Navami festival is celebrated in all parts of the country, therefore the difficulty of the Haridas came. Now, Sri Mahajani suddenly met Balu Bua 5-6 days earlier. Bua Sahib was famous by the name of Modern Tukaram, and this year Kirtan was entrusted in him. In the next year, 1913, Sri Haridas Balabua Satarkar of Satara district, due to the plague in Rihad Siddh Kavate village was able to do the work of Haridas. This year he came to Shirdi. Kaka Sahib Dikshit got the permission of Baba for his kirtan. Baba also gave proper reward. In 1914, Baba solved the difficulty of the arrangement of Haridas forever. He entrusted this work to Das Ganu Maharaj permanently. As we all know who Das Ganu Maharaj was, he is a very famous poet who wrote beautiful poems on the stories and the miracles of Sai Baba. It is to be noted here that in this celebration, Hindus and Muslims both work together, but till today, there is no dispute has arisen in it. Renovation of the mosque. As the idea of celebration of Urs and Mela came first of all in the mind of Sri Gopal Kund, in the same way the idea of the renovation of mosque also came first in his mind. For this purpose, he got stones collected and made them square. But the credit of this work was secured by Nana Sahib Chadorkar and the floor work for Sri Kaka Sahib Dikshit. In the beginning, Baba did not give permission for the work, but later, due to the help of great devotee Mahalsapati, the permission could be obtained. All in the night time, the floor of the mosque was prepared. Till that time, Baba used to sit upon a piece of canvas. Now the piece of canvas was thrown out from there, and in its place a small cushion was placed. In 1911, assembly canopy was also renovated with a great labor. The courtyard of the mosque was very small and inconvenient. Kaka Sahib Dikshit wanted to enlarge the courtyard and wanted to prepare a shed over it. Spending the required money, he purchased the iron pillars, logs, angles and started the work. After toiling day and night, the devotees erected the iron pillars. After toiling day and night, finally when the work was done, then the next day Baba returned from Chavadi. He uprooted and threw the rods and he became very angry. He pulled the staff of Tatya, put it in the fire and threw it in the ditch. Baba's eyes were appearing like burning coal due to the anger. Nobody could take the courage to see towards Baba. All were afraid as what would happen next. Baba's devotee leprosy patient Bauji Shinde went further with hesitation, but Baba pushed him back. The same thing happened with Madhav Rao. Baba began to throw bricks on him. Whosoever wanted to come Baba, he was threatened likewise. Baba, when he cooled down after some time, he called for a shopkeeper and purchased a zari cloth woven with gold thread turban and tied it with his own hands on the head of Tatya as if he was given a special respect by Baba. The devotees were astonished to see his strange behavior. They were unable to understand that what was unknown cause of Baba's anger. Why did he beat Tatya and his anger came down? At times Baba remained in deep and in very deep in calm posture and he used to converse with pleasure. But suddenly sometimes he used to, without any reason, he used to get angry. So that was it. That was chapter number 9 of Sai Satcharitra. Go to Shri Sai. Peace be to all. May Baba bless all of us. Today we have seen and read about the beautiful stories of Baba where a hand of Guru's touch is talked about. In my personal experience, I would say when I am in stress, when I am worried or when I am in difficulty, I just pray to Baba and just ask him to keep his hand over my head, and believe me, my senses really calm down. I feel light and I feel this positive energy in my body. I feel positive, I feel more energetic, and this is the kind of relationship I have with Baba. So basically, as Baba says, what you read, apply it in your real life. I try to that, and I hope and I really wish that all of you do the same. What you read, apply in your life, and see how things work out for you. For me, they have really positively they have worked out for me, and my experience have been immense. You do the same, and if share in your comments if you have your own experiences and how you feel after reading the book and implying in your life. Tell me about your experiences in the comment box, and tell me about your stories. And someday we can plan to share all our stories. I can narrate your story through the channel, and we can share it with more people so that everybody is blessed with Baba. And the more stories are spread, the more devotion is there. So let's do it. Send your stories, and what you read, do apply. Jai Sai Ram.